This can't be good.
Okay, Doc, I'm gonna be front with you. I really need to report this in now.
If we do that now, people will panic, for God's sake!
Are you fucking shitting me? There's been 2 murders already. This is already getting out of hand.
Sir?
No, not right now. Get back to work.
Sir, you might want to take a look at this.
Not now.
Look, Sheriff, I dealt with this thing before, and so did my dad!
Listen here. How can you seriously fucking call that person a thing? Tell me!
Sheriff, you don't understand. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. You can't even narrate with it. It doesn't even feel pity, remorse, or fear. It doesn't even show any of that. And it will not stop, ever, until we are dead. All of us. Now keep this under wraps until we find it and kill it!
You got that from the Terminator, didn't you?
Yeah. But regardless, I still stand by that.
Right. I really hope you're right here. Welcome to Fandemic, where we thoroughly analyze various types of independent or fan-made media. I'm your host, Indie Fan. And today, let's talk about one of the original slasher villains, Jason Voorhees, with his debut, Friday the 13th. Well, technically he didn't appear until later, but anywho, premiering on May 9th, 1980, Friday the 13th tells the story of a young camp counselor enrolling for the job in Camp Crystal Lake, with a seemingly mentally unstable member of the park, Pamela Voorhees, murdering those who work in the camp after the death of her son Jason as a result of the counselor's negligence. The movie earned $39,745,601 and spawned a sequel, introducing the star of the film franchise, Jason Voorhees, finishing what his mother started and ending those dumb enough to cross into his territory. The franchise spawned 9 more sequels, a silly one taking place in space, a kick-ass crossover with Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, which had a comic sequel with Ash Williams from the Evil Dead films, and a remake in 2009. It also spawned a television series, believe it or not, but it had nothing to do with Jason. And several video games, the infamous one being the NES game reviewed by the angry video game nerd himself, a computer game, a puzzle game, and the infamous horror survival game, which does the formula justice, and a documentary about the character. And where there's fan bases, there's fan fiction, which leads to, at times, fan films. You knew where this was going. On October 3rd, 2017, Womp Stomp Films made a fan film about Friday the 13th, with several more sequels as well. And this is what we'll be looking into today. So now with that out of the way, let's not waste any more time. This is Never Hike Alone. The movie has a semi-creepy start as the theme starts playing. It then cut to the shitting. Womp, 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 womp. And then we cut to the Blair Witch Project? I mean, seriously, vlogging while out in the outside world? Who the hell does that? So the hiker, whose name is Kyle. So the hiker's name is Kyle. I'm unsure if I should make a Kyle Brofsky joke, a Kyle Reese joke, or a Kyle Katarn joke. Ooh!
No, not you, Seamus.
Take a deep breath.
Moves to some kick-ass music. He then reaches the summit, with the lake being right over the ridge. And with what we're dealing with, I think you know what it is at this point. As he tries to promote a collapsing shovel, howling is heard and he goes to investigate, but we hear some rather unpleasant noises causing him to turn off his camera for the rest of the night. We then cut to the next day as Kyle leaves his tent to find the lake, only for him to reach the no trespassing sign, revealing it was donated to a wild preserve years ago. So when we see Jason, he's not there. The hell? We see Kyle starting to get paranoid as he has his knife out. He then comes to his senses and enters the area. Yep, he's doomed. So as something follows him, we then find he reached Camp Crystal Lake.
Oh, check this out. See what else we can find.
Hey, come here, look at me. Hey, look at me. What did I say? No. Come here, look at me. Hey, no. Come here, look at me. Hey, what you wanna, no.
As he explores the counselor's cabin,
Ghosts not allowed. Instead, enjoy some looking at adorable kid.
we find the cabin has been understandably been abandoned. And Kyle discovers that there is a decapitated animal, with him acting nonchalantly. I'm honestly worried about his mental state. He then disposes of the dead creature and vlogs about being in the abandoned camp, as we soon learn his brother once told stories about this place. He was once terrified of it, but found it to be bullshit, stating he ain't afraid of no ghosts.
My brother used to tell me stories about this place.
I didn't make the reference, he did.
Supposedly one summer, forever ago, a kid by the name of Jason Voorhees drowned in that lake. The cops searched for days, but his body was never discovered. The kid's mom, who was also the camp's cook, blamed the counselors for her son's death. And one night she went crazy, killing almost everyone before getting her own head chopped off by the only survivor. My brother also said that Jason, who was still in the lake, witnessed his mother's death and returned from the grave to seek out her revenge on anyone who entered the camp. Or some shit like that. I don't really know. It's stupid, but man, that story used to scare the shit out of me. But, you know, now that I'm here and I get to see this place in person, I kind of feel sorry for it. I mean, aside from your lonesome trespassing hiker, no one gets to experience this place again. That sucks. All because of some stupid ghost story. Well, I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Told ya. So I then see Kyle explore more of the camp after he discovers some of the scenes of the crime. And a Home Depot bucket. No, I ain't bullshitting you. And we then hear more creepy noises, revealing to be
That door!
So as we see Kyle finding a letter and a head. Wait, he's a Jason Shrine! And then see Kyle. Holy shit, he's actually fighting! That's actually rather rare. But that was all for naught as he runs after getting his ass whooped.
Oh, blame a guy for trying.
He then injures himself while fleeing, and as Jason is trailing him, he then hides behind a tree, knife in hand. He then flees only for Jason to catch him and try to kill him. But that soon fails as he escapes. Night soon falls, and he hides behind some foliage. You know, I have a feeling if he wasn't shot millions of miles across space, a certain prick would be bitching about how he didn't do enough to fight him. We then see another nod to the Blair Witch Project as he records one last message in case he dies. We then cut to him running back to the camp to get back his gear to treat the wound he received. Good news, he got the gear. Bad news, Jason's there. So as he treats his wound, which I have to admit looks convincing, I'm not gonna lie, he treats the wound and begins his escape attempt, but not before fighting him. Guy's either a badass or an idiot. Or both. And as he flees after getting his ass beat, Jason catches up to him and holy fuck, who the fuck is this guy? Even after he gets his ass kicked, like a true badass, he picks up a rock and keeps fucking fighting. This time he's like, yo! Motherfucker, right in the shoulder! Yo! Okay, it's official. I actually want a Sabaton-style song about this guy. So as day breaks, we see Kyle enter a lake only for Jason to emerge and break his head. Only for it to be a dream as he's in the ambulance similar to the original film. And we soon learn he's hallucinating from his experiences in the area. And the movie ends with the two EMTs dying by Jason's hand and the ambulance fleeing while Jason's chasing them. And that was Never Hike Alone. Time for my pros and cons. The cinematography is pretty good, the acting is pretty great, and the protagonist Kyle is really a fucking badass. The only complaint I have, the ending did drag a bit, but it does make up for it in a seemingly kick-ass cliffhanger. My analysis is an A. So yeah, all in all, it was a pretty good watch. It's available on YouTube, so if you had a chance to see it, it's worth checking out. Well, that's all for today, everyone. I'm Indie Fan, and I'll catch you next time. Hey, are you busy at the moment?
I think we got it.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Well, let's take a look.
Action! You got that from the Terminator, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Cut.
Well,
Welcome to Fandemic, where we thoroughly analyze various types of independent or fan-made media. I'm your host, Indie Fan. And today, let's talk about one of the original slasher villains with... I mean, seriously. Vlogging this while hiking in the outside... I mean, seriously. Vlogging this while in the outside world... I mean, seriously. Vlogging that... I mean, seriously. Doing a vlog like this in the outside world? Who the hell does... I mean, seriously. Vlogging while I mean, seriously. Vlogging while... You know, I have a feeling if he wasn't shot millions of miles across space, a certain prick would be bitching about how he didn't do not... Damn it. You know, I have a feeling if he wasn't shot millions of miles across space, a certain prick would be bitching to him about how much that he... And with that, I think you know where it is. And Kyle discovers that there is a dead... So as we see Kyle finding a lever, and as Jay... He tries... Is the end. The only complaint I have... And action! You got that from the Terminator, didn't you?
yeah. But regardless, I still stand by that.
Okay, cut. That was